Hello, Sinead here, and I'm just briefly going to speak on the differences between tropical and sidereal astrology and my overall opinion, as this is a never-ending debate within the astrological community of which system should you adhere to and utilize, sidereal or tropical. Now, the main difference is a discrepancy of 24 degrees that affect each of the 12 signs. Sidereal adheres to the ancient mapping of the sky and how these constellations affect us, whereas tropical has shifted the zodiac to incorporate and align with the shift in the seasons. That is why within the tropical zodiac, the more popular system and widely known system, Capricorn season begins with the winter solstice and Cancer season lines up with the summer solstice. Now, in terms of my own personal opinion, I believe it doesn't matter which one you use. I think you can effectively use both sidereal and tropical. I think the most important thing for you as someone who's has an interest in astrology or an astrological researcher or astrologer is to have an understanding of the constellations and star systems themselves, because ultimately that is what flavors the planets, and that is what you need to look at in order to understand a birth chart. You need to understand the constellations and star systems, as well as the aspects being made within the chart of all the other planets, yogas if you're using Jyotish, etc. Now, one thing I will say in my personal experience is when I was studying purely tropical, there were certain stumbling blocks that I faced with fully grasping and understanding everything, and I couldn't resign myself with what I was reading because I've always known myself to be a Scorpio. And whenever I looked at the constellations, the ancients were always saying my sun was within the 1 degree orb of a star that fell into Libra constellation. So that was one of the main things that confused me, because I couldn't reconcile the idea of what a Libra is in the tropical system with what a Libra is in the sidereal system. And that's where I think a lot of people get confused. A Libra in the tropical system is not the same as a Libra in the sidereal system. They are different. When you have an understanding of Scorpio in the tropical system, a lot of those traits line up with what Libra is. So another thing that I think everyone should take into account, which I found most interesting and is the main reason why I mostly use sidereal today, is because when I look at the chart or a person who has a Cancer rising in a sidereal system, their overall physique and appearance, they take traits of the mother, the maternal lineage. I've seen it over and over again where a Cancer rising, and this doesn't mean they don't resemble their father. They can ultimately resemble their father a great deal. But I've seen it overwhelmingly where a Cancer rising in the sidereal system, if you look at maybe their maternal uncle, their maternal cousins, their height, their physique lines up with those people more than the people of their paternal lineage. I've seen time and time again sidereal Cancer risings, if you look at their face shape, their head shape, you cut off the mother's head, it's their face. They have their mother's face. And in the tropical system, these people would be Leos. So that's something interesting to think about. Ultimately, the choice is yours, but I do feel like why not investigate and explore both and see which one resonates with you? With astrology, it is so rich. There is so much information out there. There's so much we're all learning and connecting with the planets and the constellations within the sky, that why limit yourself? There's so many different charts you are able to draw. A solar chart, a moon chart, which is my personal favorite chart and what I focus on more. The birth chart, your horoscope. There's different charts like the draconic system. There's different systems like Jyotishi. There's so many different charts and systems where it's a never-ending journey of exploration and learning. And you, as someone with a passion for astrology, whatever you master, as long as you give an accurate reading or your calculations are accurate, that's fine. That's why I fully believe if you're a tropical astrologer, that's fine. As long as you have an understanding of the constellations, as long as your predictions or your readings or your overall assessment of the chart you're looking at, the person you're looking at, are correct. A tropical astrologer, a tropical astrological researcher, and a sidereal astrological researcher or astrologer, when they look at the same chart, even though their calculations may be different, their understanding and their overall evaluation and any predictions they make should align and be the same. Thank you for your time. I'm going to leave information in the description box below of where to find me, and also information on the sidereal and tropical dates of the astrological systems.